Hello guys, my name is Lavenia Marcella and today I'm going to talk about the use of Google Translate, especially in our daily life. So over 10 years ago, Google made a new development to make application called Google Translate. So Google Translate is a free application to help us to translate from one language into other language. So Google Translate is developed by Google and support more than 100 language at various level. Google Translate also serve more than 500 million people in one day. So Google Translate first launched in 2006, and at first it was used to translate English to another language. Google Translate seems to be a great application to translate at first when it was first introduced to us, but lately it seems to be decrease in quality improvement. So Google Translate can translate multiple forms of text and media, including text, speech, and image from language into another language. So we can use Google Translate as a simple dictionary tool, and also Google Translate can help us when we want to do our homework and also more on of it. So Google Translate itself launched as statistical machine translation. So rather than translate directly, it will translate language into English first and then translate language into target language. So during the translation, Google Translate will look for million documents to help them to choose the best translation they will make. And then in 2016, Google Translate was switched into neural machine translation, which translate a whole sentence in one time rather than translate word by word. Google Translate is not a perfect translation, so sometimes it will make a odd sentence because it was made by computer, not human. Google Translate must be used as a guide to learn a basic language, not as an accurate translation. So when we use Google Translate, we can save translation we have made in Google Translate for later use, and we can access the praise book by clicking the praise book at the above right field. So Google Translate also available in application, like we can use it in Android and iOS. It also have a conversation mode translation in Android and has been testing and translating for 7 languages lately. So why I choose this topic and what make I interest in this topic? First of all, Google Translate is a useful application and people like to use Google Translate often. Like when people want to do their homework or when people go abroad to another country, they will use Google Translate. And what is the purpose of the survey I make about the use of Google Translate? And the purpose, I think, it's to see how useful and important Google Translate to many people. And the benefit of making this survey, we can analyze what kind of Google Translate improvement that can make in future, and we can see the use of Google Translate by many people in their daily life. So how Google Translate get all the data to make a translation? So Google Translate search for many documents and many texts from many of web page in internet, so they see and look for the best translation from there. If the search engine see that the translation from this document is not correct, they will search for the better translation and show us the best translation they can give to us. To make the analysis of Google Translate, I made a small research to see the use of Google Translate in their daily life. So I made this small research in Google Form, and it includes 5 questions. I asked these 5 questions into 8 respondents, and all of my respondents is all from college students, and they are from different majors. So I asked 5 questions, and my first question is, how often do you use Google Translate? My second question, do you think that Google Translate helpful in your daily life? So I asked these 2 questions is to see how important and how useful Google Translate in their daily life. And 6 from 8 of my respondents say that they use Google Translate often and sometimes, so it means that Google Translate is important for them. And the third question, I asked for what purpose did you use Google Translate? And basically because my respondent all from college student, they all use Google Translate for education. And then the next question, what kind of features do you ever try in Google Translate application? Google Translate to translate language in some photos, to translate language offline, translate document, or none of them. So 4 of my respondents only use Google Translate for basic way. I mean, they use Google Translate like they type the translate and make the translation. But for others, using Google Translate by photos and camera, and to translate document by highlight the words they don't know about. There's also using Google Translate offline nowadays. It really helpful because when we go to others country and we sometimes didn't get the Wi-Fi or connection in there, so we can use Google Translate offline. But first, we have to download the translate first before we use it. And the last question I asked is, in scale 1 to 5, how would you rate Google Translate? and lot of them said that they give rating 4, and based on this rating I can analyze that overall Google Translate is a good application, but Google Translate also have weakness. Why? Because Google Translate can translate a whole sentence correctly, because it will make odd sentence, and we usually only use Google Translate to make or to know the basic way of language. And then actually Google Translate is also good when we don't know many phrases word, and we can know the meaning behind of it. So guys, to conclude, I think Google Translate is a good application because Google Translate can help us to translate language into another language. However, it doesn't a perfect translation, but it can be helpful for us to see the basic language. And I think Google Translate also have to make new improvement in their application. Like I see that they can take or can receive any feedback from us or from users, and we can send our feedback in Google Translate forum, and we can say what the problem that we face and what kind of improvement they should improve. Guys, that's all from me today. I think from this video you will get some important information, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.